The hidden costs of buying a new car. Avoid these expensive mistakes. That shiny new car at the dealership might look irresistible, but hidden costs could drain your wallet more than you think. Before you sign anything, you need to know what you're really paying. Dealerships are businesses, and they're not always looking out for your best financial interests. In this video, I'll clearly break down the hidden costs of buying a new car that dealerships won't mention, and show you how to avoid costly mistakes in 2025. From depreciation and high interest rates to sneaky fees and insurance premiums, I'll give you the insider knowledge you need to save thousands of dollars on your next car purchase. We'll cover everything from understanding how depreciation can impact your finances to negotiating like a pro at the dealership. By the end of this video, you'll be armed with the information you need to make a smart and informed decision when buying your next car. Okay, let's talk about depreciation. This is probably the biggest hidden cost when buying a new car, and it's something that most dealerships won't even mention. Depreciation is the decrease in a car's value over time, and it starts the second you drive that new car off the lot. Think of it like this. You buy a brand new car for $30,000. You're excited, you're smelling that new car smell, but here's the thing. That car just lost around 20 to 30% of its value the moment you left the dealership. That means your $30,000 car might be worth just $21,000 a year later. That's a huge hit, right? Now, I know what you might be thinking. Well, I plan on keeping this car for a long time, so depreciation doesn't really matter. But here's the thing. Depreciation doesn't stop after a year, it continues over the entire lifespan of the car. So even if you keep your car for 5, 10 years or more, it's still losing value every single year. This is why buying a slightly used car can be a much smarter financial move. You're letting someone else take that initial depreciation hit, and you're getting a car that's still in great condition for a fraction of the price. It's like buying a phone that's a generation older. It still works perfectly, but it costs way less. Look, I get it. There's a certain appeal to buying a brand new car. But when you understand the impact of depreciation, it makes a lot more sense to consider a slightly used option. Your wallet will thank you in the long run. Now let's say you've decided to buy a new car, and you're thinking about financing it. This is where things can get really tricky because dealerships are masters at making deals sound better than they actually are. One of the biggest mistakes people make when buying a new car is not understanding the true cost of financing. Dealerships often advertise low monthly payments, which can be tempting, but these low payments often come with high interest rates that can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of the loan. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're buying a $20,000 car, and you finance it over 5 years. The dealership offers you a low monthly payment of, say, $300 a month. That might sound manageable, right? But what they don't always tell you is that the interest rate on that loan could be really high, maybe even double-digit in some cases. Over the course of 5 years, those high interest rates can easily add up to thousands of dollars in extra costs. So that $20,000 car could end up costing you closer to $30,000 by the time you've paid it off. That's an extra $10,000 you're paying just in interest. So how do you avoid this trap? It's simple. Get pre-approved for a car loan before you even step foot in a dealership. Go to your bank, credit union, or even an online lender and get pre-approved for a loan. This will give you leverage when you're negotiating with the dealership, and it will help you avoid getting stuck with a high-interest loan. When you're pre-approved, you know exactly how much you can borrow and what interest rate you qualify for. This puts you in a much stronger position to negotiate a better deal with the dealership. You can tell them, look, I'm already pre-approved for this amount at this interest rate. Can you beat it? Trust me, dealerships are much more likely to give you a better deal when they know you've done your homework and you're not afraid to walk away. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to buying a car. Insurance premiums, the hidden costs that can break the bank. Alright, so you found the perfect car, you've negotiated a great price, and you're feeling pretty good about yourself. But don't get too comfortable just yet, because there's another hidden cost that can really sneak up on you: insurance premiums. Now you might be thinking, insurance, what's the big deal? Well, here's the thing, insurance premiums for new cars are significantly higher than for used cars. Why? Because new cars are more expensive to replace. Think about it, if your brand new car gets into an accident and it's totaled, the insurance company has to pay to replace it with a brand new car. And as we talked about earlier, new cars depreciate quickly. So the insurance company is on the hook for that depreciation, which means they have to charge higher premiums to cover their costs. On the other hand, if you have a used car that's a few years old, the replacement cost is much lower. That means the insurance company doesn't have to charge as much for premiums. We're talking potentially hundreds of dollars more per year for insurance on a new car compared to a used car. That can really add up over time. So, what's the best way to avoid getting hit with sticker shock when it comes to insurance? It's simple. Get insurance quotes before you buy the car. Don't wait until you're at the dealership, ready to sign the paperwork to start thinking about insurance. Get online, call up a few different insurance companies, and get quotes for the specific make and model of the car you're considering. This will give you a much better idea of how much you'll be paying for insurance, and it will help you factor that cost into your budget. Remember, buying a car is a big financial decision, and it's important to be aware of all the costs involved, both upfront and down the road. Insurance is one of those costs that people often forget about, so make sure you factor it into your calculations. Maintenance and warranty expenses. Don't be fooled by the new car myth. Okay, let's talk about maintenance and warranty expenses. Now, one of the biggest misconceptions about new cars is that they don't require any maintenance. After all, it's brand new, right? Well, not quite. While it's true that new cars generally have fewer major repairs in the first few years, they still require regular maintenance just like any other car. You still have to get your oil changed, your tires rotated, your brakes checked, and all those other routine maintenance tasks. And guess what? Dealerships know this, and they often try to sell you on extended warranties that promise to cover all those maintenance costs. But here's the thing. Many of these extended warranties have hidden limitations and exclusions that can end up costing you more money in the long run. They might not cover certain types of repairs, or they might have high deductibles that make it pointless to even use the warranty. Plus, these extended warranties can be really expensive, adding thousands of dollars to the overall cost of the car. So, what's the best way to protect yourself? First of all, read the fine print of any warranty before you sign anything. Don't just take the dealership's word for it. Understand exactly what's covered, what's not covered, and what the deductibles are. Second, consider setting aside some money each month into a separate savings account specifically for car maintenance and repairs. This way, if something does come up, you have the cash on hand to cover it without having to rely on an expensive extended warranty. Remember, a little bit of preventative maintenance can go a long way in keeping your car running smoothly and avoiding costly repairs down the road. And when it comes to warranties, knowledge is power. Don't be afraid to ask questions, read the fine print, and negotiate for the best possible coverage. Hidden fees and extras at dealerships. Don't get ripped off. Alright, we've talked about depreciation, financing, insurance, and maintenance. Now let's talk about the final hurdle in buying a new car: hidden fees and extras at dealerships. This is where dealerships can really get you if you're not careful. You see, the price you see advertised for a car is rarely the price you actually end up paying. Dealerships are notorious for adding in a bunch of hidden fees and extras that can inflate the price significantly. We're talking about things like dealer prep fees, advertising fees, destination charges, and the list goes on and on. They'll try to sell you on extended warranties, paint protection packages, fabric protection, undercoating, VIN etching, you name it, they'll try to sell it to you. And these extras can add up to thousands of dollars to the overall cost of the car. So how do you avoid getting ripped off? First of all, be aware of these common hidden fees and extras, knowing what to expect and be prepared to negotiate. Don't be afraid to question every single fee on the invoice. Ask what it's for and if it's negotiable. You'd be surprised how often dealerships are willing to waive or reduce fees if you simply ask. And when it comes to those extras, be firm and say no unless it's something you absolutely need and want. Remember, you're in control here. Don't let the dealership pressure you into buying something you don't want or need. Another important tip is to carefully review the final invoice before you sign anything. Make sure all the numbers add up, and don't be afraid to ask for clarification on anything that doesn't make sense. Remember, buying a car is a major financial decision, and it's your hard-earned money on the line. Don't be afraid to stand your ground, negotiate hard, and walk away if you're not comfortable with the deal. Drive smart, spend less. Your guide to avoiding car buying mistakes. Buying a new car can feel exciting, but smart buyers know hidden costs beforehand and avoid them. Now you're prepared to buy your next vehicle confidently. Remember to consider depreciation, secure favorable financing terms, factor in insurance costs, understand warranty limitations, and be wary of dealership fees. Have you experienced hidden costs buying a car, or are you considering buying soon? Let me know clearly in the comments. My goal is to help you make informed financial decisions. Do me a favor, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more practical financial insights clearly designed to help save you money. Share the link and thanks for watching.